What if I told you that mindset could be the key to unlocking your health goals? Let's talk about those proven hacks in this video to help you keep you inspired and on track. So, Stanford University discovered that individuals with a growth mindset were actually 50% more likely to achieve their goals. And the University of Michigan found that positive thinking actually boosted performance by about 12%. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field, all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say that I went to school so you don't have to. All right, so let's talk about ways to stay motivated and keep our brains organized. Again, I always like to say that if you don't put your mind on a leash, it's going to run around the block, and we know what happens. You don't want to get a ticket. So let's really get the mind focused, right? First things first is I would say let's observe the mind and let's not judge the mind. So, if you have a daily meditation practice, I really enjoy visualizing success. So, imagine yourself achieving your goals and really building that emotional excitement. So, remember, the subconscious mind doesn't know really your creative aspirations and your imagination versus reality. So, really go nuts. So, I like to do this first thing in the morning, in the afternoon, and then at lunchtime. And so, as we visualize it, we're not just thinking about it randomly, we're also emotionally getting into it. I know this month we're all talking about the mind, so we're really going to focus on just the imagination and just putting ourselves there. So, let's say, for instance, you want to start running. And so, you want to visualize yourself running a 5K, eating balanced meals every single day. We even have meditations in our wellness collective to really help you to stay on track with these things, because reinforcing over and over and over again their visualizations and just the sensations and the feeling is going to help you to stay motivated passively. All right, the next thing we're going to get into is your self talk. So I know many of us often speak really unkindly with ourselves. So we want to keep not only a mindful eating diet, but a mental diet, right? And so this is from Neville Goddard. We want to make sure that we really pay attention to our mind and make sure that we monitor our thoughts. Now, again, in the beginning, it's, when we're building our self awareness muscle, it's not about judging or getting frustrated. It does take time to gain mastery over your mind. And mastery is such a big word anyway. So, as you're observing these negative thoughts as they're coming to your awareness, right, just gently go, oh, wait a second, that's not a good thought, or that's not the thought that I want, and just immediately gently reframe it. So, as an example, maybe you're trying to do something new and you're in expanding and it's really frustrating, and you go, oh, I'm not good at this, right? And so you catch yourself, you go, oh, wait a second, and you go, wait a second, I'm learning and improving every single day. I'm getting better and better. This is my first day. Give myself grace. All of those communications are really helpful, especially in the moment when you're really needing that self-soothing. So set many, many goals. I really like to chunk our goals and stack our habits. And so making it easier and making it more attainable and accessible, because we have so many things on our to-do list. So I like breaking down our large goals into manageable steps, like a daily checklist. So if you haven't gotten that, definitely check out our holistic mindset checklist. It's totally free and it really lays everything down, because we want to celebrate those small wins. So for instance, maybe your ultimate goal is getting to those 10,000 steps, but you're maybe going to start off with, let's say, 500 steps a day, and then every single day build. Oftentimes when people aren't drinking any water, we start with, let's say, 4 ounces a day. And then over time, over a course of a month, if they follow just that 4 ounces a day, by the end of it, they'll get to a whole gallon. And so taking those little small steps can really help break down those goals. Also, too, surrounding yourself with positivity. So oftentimes we're making these changes, we have trained people on how we are and our ways of being, and so oftentimes when we're making an internal change, I recommend people to keep it kind of close to the chest and really let their actions and their behaviors do the talking. It's not an airport. We don't need to announce our departures from negative people, places, situations, circumstances, and events. It's really just more so focusing inward, focusing on self, and then that supportive community will definitely find you. So if you are seeking that supportive community, we would love to have you in the Wellness Collective, where we talk about all of these topics and more. We have wellness webinars in there. And then we also have strategic, actionable items all broken down super easy. All right. So lastly, we want to learn from our setbacks. So I know grown, we want to think as soon as we try something, we're going to be great at it. But we do realize that's not reality. I have failed so many times, but it's the resilience and it's the emotional intelligence and it's getting back up, dusting yourself off in the midst of all the haters, right? Because you internally know yourself, know your spirit, know your soul. And as they say, the truth will prevail or the heavens will fall. So if you make a mistake, right, it's not about beating yourself up. It's not about judging yourself. It's really about, taking, number one, there's really no mistakes because you're making the best decisions you can in the moment at the time. And so as you're making these decisions with all of the information you have at the time, you really are making what's best for you. So we take that pressure completely off. We forgive ourselves and really look into the behaviors, what was triggered, what our thoughts were at the time. Were they negative? Were they positive? And we break all that down in the Wellness Collective, but also too with our lives that we'll be running every single day as we're educating people all month in January about mindset. And so if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. Definitely like, subscribe, comment below. I'd love to hear your questions.